Fidel Castro Odinga was born on November 2, 1973, at Mater Hospital in Nairobi, Kenya. He was the firstborn child of former Prime Minister Raila Amolo Odinga and Ida Betty Odinga, a prominent educator and businesswoman. His parents named him after the Cuban revolutionary Fidel Castro, reflecting the Odinga family's admiration for global liberation movements and their long-standing involvement in Kenya's struggle for democracy. Fidel grew up in a politically charged environment as part of one of Kenya's most influential families. He had three younger siblings: Rosemary Odinga, born 1977, Raila Odinga Jr., born 1979, and Winnie Odinga, born 1990, who was named after South African activist Winnie Mandela. Despite being born into privilege, Fidel's upbringing was marked by discipline, public service, and a deep sense of responsibility to his family's legacy. Fidel began his education at Constellata Primary School in Westlands, Nairobi, before proceeding to Memberiji Academy in Siaya County, where he completed his secondary education between 1989 and 1992. He later pursued further studies abroad, first in India and then in the United States, where he completed his post-secondary education. His mother, Ida Odinga, often reminisced about Fidel's childhood, describing him as an inquisitive and passionate boy who developed a love for football at the age of 13. He became a devoted fan of Gor Mahia FC, one of Kenya's most celebrated football clubs. Fidel Odinga grew into a charismatic and enterprising young man. Although he never ventured formally into politics, he was often seen as the natural heir to his father's political mantle. Friends and political allies frequently described him as a bridge between the older and younger generation of Kenyan leaders. Professionally, Fidel was a businessman and philanthropist. He established and managed several ventures and was known for his sharp entrepreneurial sense. According to the Standard newspaper, he had established businesses and cut a niche for himself among his peers. Beyond business, Fidel was active in community development, funding various philanthropic projects and local initiatives. Behind the scenes, he was also a political operative, often helping his father during election periods by mobilizing youth, coordinating grassroots activities, and maintaining a wide network of supporters. His sister, Winnie, credited him with keeping their family's political network in Kibera alive. A passionate sports enthusiast, Fidel also supported sports promotion initiatives and played a leadership role in a rugby club in Kisumu, further solidifying his commitment to community engagement. Fidel's personal life reflected both love and complexity. He married twice. His first marriage was to Veronica Wenjudu Ananga in 2007, but the union ended in divorce 4 years later, in 2011.
In 2012, Fidel found love again with Luam Getachew Bekele, an Eritrean national. The couple tied the knot in a private ceremony at the Greek Orthodox Church in Nairobi. Together, they had one son, Ali Raila Odinga, born in 2013. On January 4, 2015, tragedy struck when Fidel Odinga was found dead in his home in Karen, Nairobi, by his wife, Luam. He was only 41 years old. The night before his death, Fidel had reportedly been out with friends. Police categorized his death as unexplained, and despite an official investigation, no conclusive cause of death was ever made public. An autopsy was conducted, followed by toxicology tests, but the Odinga family chose to keep the final report private. The lack of transparency fueled widespread speculation and conspiracy theories, with unconfirmed claims ranging from poisoning and drug overdose to sudden illness. Years later, the mystery remains unresolved. A painful chapter in the Odinga family's story that continues to draw public curiosity. Fidel's passing without a will triggered a prolonged legal battle over his multi-million shilling estate. His widow, Luam Bekele, and his mother, Ida Odinga, found themselves on opposing sides of the succession case. During court proceedings, Ida and her daughter Winnie Odinga claimed that Fidel had fathered twins with another woman, Phoebe Akinyi, and sought to have them recognized as heirs. However, Luam contested the claim, arguing that the twins were born 6 months after Fidel's death. DNA testing was ordered to confirm paternity. By 2022, reports indicated that Luam had gained control of most of Fidel's assets, suggesting that the family feud had largely subsided. Court documents revealed details of Fidel's estate, which included real estate, a residential home in Tijuana Park, Karen, and parcels of land in Kisumu and Kajiado. Vehicles: 2 Range Rovers, a Mercedes-Benz, and a Nissan Sunny. Investments: shares in Axom Investments Limited and Ambessa Investments Limited. Bank accounts: 7 accounts across multiple banks including Gulf African Bank, Stanbic, ABC Bank, Standard Chartered, and DTB. The estimated value of his estate was placed at around KSH 30 million after settling liabilities, though his mother had previously claimed it was worth much more. Beyond the inheritance dispute, Fidel's legacy was clouded by sensational allegations, including claims by exiled lawyer Miguna that he was not the biological son of Raila Odinga. These assertions were dismissed by the family and viewed by many as attempts to tarnish the Odinga's reputation. Nevertheless, such rumors, combined with the secrecy surrounding his death, contributed to the aura of mystery that continues to surround his name. Despite the controversies, Fidel Odinga is remembered as a man of charm, ambition, and generosity, a symbol of youthful promise cut short. To many Kenyans, he represented hope for continuity in the Odinga legacy, embodying his father's political ideals while carving his own identity as a businessman and philanthropist. His death left a void, not only in his family, but also among those who saw in him the future of a political dynasty. Though his life was brief, Fidel Odinga's story remains etched in Kenya's collective memory, one of brilliance, mystery, and unfinished potential.